chose the name of the school in which the grade 10 learners were writing this question paper form. But what I can tell you is that the paper is of the province named KZN. We are doing a KZN province question paper. And before we start the video, I would just like to ask that if you're new to the channel, please do subscribe. Hit that bell icon linked in this so you can never miss an upload. And also, please, if you enjoyed the video or find it productive, do leave a like. You can also comment so that we can hear your thoughts about the video, because audience feedback, it is very important. It is very important for YouTubers owners of channels. But without further ado, okay, let's get into the video. So we have question 2. We are gonna do question 2, 2.1 and 2.2 for this video. So Shaggy has a 30 gig cap on the data used by his office staff for work purposes, over and above that he pays per MB or megabyte of data. His current monthly bill exceeded his normal contract by a sizable margin. Shaggy was not impressed. Shaggy was not impressed. This guy. Okay. This forced him to control how his workers used the internet, especially social media and unnecessary downloading during office hours. Well, Shaggy, all I can say is that, Shaggy, what I can tell you is that, no, this is important. My channel, they can download. It's not unnecessary. Kidding. So he was advised to create a security password for each of his employees, which only he and the individual employee would know. This meant that every time they logged onto the internet, the software would record the password and track data usage. Wow. So it's kind of like stalking. You are required to design a software using an algorithm that will create a passcode just in case Shaggy forgets. Short-minded and yet stalking. The algorithm below must be used to create the password. You are required to write the corresponding Delphi code for the algorithm. Use the GUI already provided in the file Q2 gr10 to answer the questions. Well, because I don't have the exact data files. Actually, I don't have the data files of the question paper, so I had to improvise. I had to be creative. So I created the data files. I actually it's like a marathon. I actually copied from here. Actually copied the GUI and I created it in Delphi. Okay, so the first question, 2.1. Firstly, you are required to capture all the details necessary to produce the code for the employee. Write the code for question 2.1 welcome message panel to obtain the full name, i.e. surname and then first name. So it has to start with the surname first. When you text or input, you must input the surname first and then your name after, and ID number from the edit text given. Thereafter, display a welcome message in the space provided as shown in the output below. Okay, so this is our output, and I'm sure some of you are wondering, okay, it's 4 marks. I'm sure some of you are wondering why it didn't read Pilari and only read Adrian. Well, it's because they wanted it to read only the name and not the surname. It only requires the name. Okay, so let's get into Delphi and do this. Okay, we're gonna code, and as you can see, here's the GUI. If you guys don't know what the GUI is, you can actually check a video that I posted first for this channel. We were doing changing properties. It was an introduction of the what a GUI is, it is a term we use in information technology. Okay, it is a GUI stands for graphical unit interface. So our graphical unit interface is actually this design here. You can say the interactive design, whatever works with you, but GUI, graphical unit interface. So graphical unit interface, it is actually this design that I've done here. It is the GUI. Okay, so double click on the generate message button. Okay, then first we have to declare our variables, right? So the way I see it, we have two variables, the S name and the S name. And the S name, I'm sure some of you are in the tabster. I'm sure some of you are wondering why Tatsuya are you ignoring the ID number, because you're also gonna input the ID number. It's a good question, but I'm not declaring and I'm not gonna assign its value here because it is actually not required. As you saw in the message, they didn't output or show any of the ID number. So it would be just a waste to declare it if it's not required. We can still text it in the edit box, so it won't do anything to go. Okay, so as name, we are initializing or assigning the value of the surname. So it has to be surname copy. Okay, so this copy thing, it's actually why when the sentence was outputted, it didn't read the surname, it only read the name. You will see why. Okay, so it's copy, edit name. We're gonna say the edit name. If you don't know the variable component that you're using, you can actually say the abbreviation. In this case, the edit box, it is the EDT. So you can just say EDT, then control spacebar. You can also call it launch bar, whatever works with you. Then after that, you're gonna say one, and we're gonna say last dilemma. This is essential for the code. Yes, last delimiter. Then we're gonna say open bracket EDT. Actually, we're not gonna say EDT first. We are gonna use the apostrophes. Then you're gonna say yes, EDT name dot text again. Then you're gonna say close bracket, you're gonna say -1. So basically what we're doing to this code, we are assigning the values. So we are telling Delphi that in the edit box it must read the first word to be the surname and minus the last one, so it must not read it. As you can see, that's why we also have null here, and we're saying edit box the text, edit name the text. So for SNA is still the same thing. Keep saying edit the text, but it's a little different, and that's why it's gonna read only SName. It's because we are not gonna say it's one when we are saying it. We're just gonna say last delimiter. Last delimiter, the apostrophe. Then we're gonna say EDT name dot text. Yes, we are copying the same thing, but for a bit. Then we're gonna say +1. We're gonna say +1. It is the one which is the last word from the edit box. Then we are not done yet. We're gonna say length EDT name dot text. Then we close. 74 2084. Okay, generate the message. Hi Tatsuya, welcome to Showcase. As you can see, it read only the name and it left out the surname. Okay, we are done with that. Now we are going to 2.2. Let's go and see 2.2. So if you have done that, you will get the 4 marks. For this question paper, it's 4 marks. So we don't know what it will be like for other, but for this one, for this question paper, it's 4 marks. Okay, 2.2. This part of the code should assist Shaki to determine the personal details such as age and gender. Write the correct code in the button generate data to display the age and gender respectively. Use the data extracted use the data extracted from 2.1. So we're gonna use the data which you would have inputted from your options of question 2.1. The gender is determined as follows. If the person is a female, then the last two digits extracted must form a number. So the last two digits extracted form the ID number. That's why the last two digits extracted form the ID number. Must form a number. So we have to make them into a number greater than 10, and the first digit must be greater than the second digit. And we have an example of our interface here. Okay, now we have to get to it. Oh my god, now we have to get to it. Okay, so let's hop to Delphi. Go to btn generate. Okay, now first step, yes, we have to declare our variables. Nope, don't declare that. So, okay, we declare our variables. Then we're gonna have a lot of variables for this one. So it's SID. We're gonna make our ID into a text. Okay, so it's SID. Then we're gonna say as gender. They mentioned as gender. Then S last two digits, the digits that they mentioned, last two digits of the ID number. And because it is an integer, so they also it's a string. So they also have to be a string. So that's 2 digits. Then yeah, type string. Now we're going to our integers. We have the age, we have the I last 2 digits value, because they said that we must extract them and they must form a number. So that's why we're saying last 2 digits value. And after that, we're gonna say I first digit, because they mentioned the first digit. And we're gonna also have a second digit. And we're gonna have to work out this thing. So I think we also have to have it has to work out their age. So we're gonna need their birth. Yeah, I birth. Yeah, we can just say why I birth here. Then we're also gonna need I birth month. So can just say and we're also gonna need their date of birth, their date. So the birthday is gonna I birth D. Then they are integer. Okay. Now then, we're gonna also declare, because we are trying to work out their birth, and we are also trying to work it out with the current just say current because it's a built-in function. Current year, it's a built-in function of Delphi, but current month and current day, they are not part of it, so I have to recreate them from scratch. Okay, so current, then we're gonna have current day. So yes, it's current year, current month, current day. This will work out the year, month and date from their ID number which they have provided, and it is weight. The unit for this current year, current month, current day, it is weight. So yes. Okay, now we can come to our begin here. We initialize our ID number, so it's gonna be edt id dot text. This is where they will input their ID. It is actually where, that's why I didn't declare and assign its value from that other button, because it was useless, but now it is required, so that's why we are declaring it and assigning or initializing its value. Okay, then after that we are now gonna initialize the values of the IPF here. It must receive, I'm gonna say copy. We're gonna copy from the ID itself, which the person, okay, it's gonna be string to int. We're gonna convert the string into an integer because we're dealing with numbers, so that we can work out their age, and to with their age we can work out their gender. So string to int, copy as ID. Then after that we're gonna say for this one is gonna be 1 and 2. Gonna be 1 and 2. Then we're gonna close this. Then we have to say plus, because we're dealing with the 19th century, we're gonna say 1900. And then after that we're gonna initialize our birth month. Sorry, our birth month. It must receive, it's also string to end, string to end as ID. If you're wondering where I'm getting these numbers, it's actually like this. I'm using the concept of how IDs are made. Okay, how IDs are made, it is like this, right? We have Y, we have Y, we have MM, we have YY, we have MM, we have TT, right? It is the year, the month, and the date. Okay, so we're using that concept of it, of how IDs are made, so that we can do it. So they are usually made like this: MM, TT. Then we have the random numbers. Okay, so it's gonna the year, the month, then we have the days. Okay, that's how we're gonna work out this situation. So why is it 1 and 2? Because it's like this: YY, MM, DD. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have to be 13, so 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, we have 13. We are using this concept. So 1 and 2 are the years. It is the year. So 3. So we're gonna say 3 and 2. 3 and 2. 3 and 2, it is gonna be the month, because we're working with the year and the month. It's gonna initialized. We're gonna use this function of Delphi to decode the date. We are decoding the date so that we don't have to do it ourselves. We can just say now, say current year, current month, and also current day, and also current day. Close that, close the code. And after we've done that, now we'll try to work out the age. So IH must receive the current year, the year that we are on right now, minus the birth year of when that person was born. Okay, so now we are gonna do some prompting. Actually not prompting, I forgot the word, and it's at the tip of my tongue. But basically we're gonna find the true or false using the if statement. So if bracket current month, the month that we're on right now is less than the IBEF month, or you have to use the brackets, guys. It's very important when dealing with or and. Or current, I did two brackets so that we don't have to make very boolean questions. We can just kill them off in 2 ones. Or if current month equals to IBEF month, and remember, guys, the brackets are very important, and current day, is less than IBEF day. Then you close with 2 brackets because we open two brackets. Then now you have to sec digit. Then as gender must receive female. Else you don't close the code here because we're working with else. So else the S gender must receive male. Then now we want to display the results, so we're gonna say the edit age. We're gonna now assign the values of the edit boxes themselves. So must receive is gonna be int to a string. We're gonna convert the integer into a string. ih close. Then we're gonna say edit. Now we want the edit for the gender. It's gonna be the text must receive, because it's already text, we don't have to do anything. You can just say as gender text. Yes. Okay. That should be it. I almost forgot that I wanted to copy. Let me just go and copy. Okay, so for the female it has to be end with 83, then for the male 1 3. Okay, let's just copy. Sorry, let's just copy the ID number real quick. So it's 95053, then 053 181 181 05038 05082, not 38, 083. Okay, then for the male it will be 13. Okay, just copy this, then we can just remove this. Okay, let's run the program. So Shiba tells you, then you can just paste. Okay, hi Tazia, welcome to Shaggy's. Generate data. Age of employee is 30, the gender is female. Okay, what if it's a male? So 1 3. Yes, Tazia. Generate data, it changes, the gender is now a male. Okay, and we can even double check if the age is correct. 2025 minus 1995 on your calculator, it is how much? It is 30. Okay, so the code works and it is well. Okay, so if you guys enjoyed today's video, please please do subscribe, hit that bell icon, the LinkedIn, so that you can never miss an upload, and also do like or even comment, share with your friends if that is necessary. But let me just save. We have to save the program. Okay. We have to remember that this channel is where we like learn from each other, right? So if you comment down there, it is most appreciated because I will be getting your feedback, so I want to know what to change, maybe to modify if it is possible. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy, please do subscribe, like, comment, and also hit that bell icon. But until then, This was me. Tatsuya Shiba, with sentence and stanzas. And until then, we'll see you in the next one.